do call him Black Jesus.
Exactly.
Yep.
But I will never call him back.
That's disgusting. If you eat,
No.
if you eat Hershey's bar for fun, you like golf balls in your mouth.
Really weird. So, I'm a really simple guy when it comes to women. What is wrong with you?
I ask myself that every day.
I don't know what the hell happened from the series before to the series with the Celtics.
It's my biggest conversation, and I hope we go viral with this one.
Princess Navarro.
You're drunk. You should not be drinking. You should not be drinking this early in the day, bro.
Buddy, I still got 30 minutes. I start drinking.
Good evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you may be watching this glorious show, your favorite podcast. This is Gumball Sports Machine. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the show in which we laugh, we hug, we cry, we smile, but most importantly, we are positive. And as usual, this ship does not run on solely the gas that I provide. And, you know, there's people that come along with, on this ship, okay? You know, there's people that make this ship not sink. And one of those people being my dog, my boy, D-Lo, David, a.k.a. co-host D-Lo, David Largo. Hi, D-Lo.
Man.
How are you?
So, y'all know a lot of what goes on the show. Because I'm the only one that tells y'all. I set the show for 7:30. It is now 8:25.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's 7:25. They can't tell. No, they can't tell when we're recording this.
I say.
You change your time. You change your clock.
Uh-huh.
It's an hour ahead.
Oh yeah,
It's an hour ahead.
I'm on daylight savings. Yep, totally.
Exactly. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Let the sun go down, D-Lo. Let it go.
So, just want to say that, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, having a fantastic day, Jamal. How was your day?
You feel good about yourself now?
I feel fantastic. Yep. I feel fantastic.
Yeah. I'm glad you do. My day
How
was.
are you feeling today?
It was going well. And then then you just exposed me. So.
And it's fine, you know, and it's fine.
I guess we can agree to disagree, can't we? David Largo, of course, I'm so happy to see you, brother. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm living the dream. I thought that we were gonna have a different episode for y'all to start this week, not GSM.
No,
Here we are.
Be on the lookout. Okay. Listen. Now we can announce it. Okay. Now we can announce it. Now we can. Are you ready? First ever Whack Show episode this weekend. D-Lo, Saturday or Sunday? Which day do you want it to go out?
Saturday. Let's just do Saturday.
Little Saturday action.
Man.
Saturday. Whack Show episode uno. Episode Moja. On Saturday. Be on the lookout.
I will attempt to get him to link the YouTube link in the description, but
Please.
Knowing Jamal,
Please.
probably won't happen.
If you could just remind me to do that, David Largo, if you'd be so kind.
Probably won't happen, but I'll attempt.
If you'd be so kind to remind me on, to do that, that would be amazing.
I'll attempt.
Anywho, David, this is a sports show, so can we talk about sports?
Man, what do you want to talk about today?
Talk about my dog. Let's put. Hey, listen. I want to put this out there, D-Lo. Done watching football for the rest of the year.
Yep. Shout out to Kyler Murray.
Okay, no, that's no. That's not the reason why. No, listen, that man has nothing to do with me watching football or not. Okay, a little bit. I'm done. Okay, this team, where's it at? This team, horrible. 3-11. This team was supposed to make the playoffs, and here we are, 3-11. Horrible. I'm done watching them. And my favorite player, Patrick Mahomes, done for the year. And he's out of the playoffs. I'm done. I'm done watching football. I have no reason to watch football from here on out.
I mean, you do.
And what would that be?
You can just watch it for the love of the game.
Who does that? Who?
Eh,
What would I do?
You think I
People-
was having fun last year when the Niners were out of the playoffs and we were sitting at home?
You guys make the playoffs every year, and then
Listen,
like
and it's fine. I still enjoyed last year. I had a good time last year, even though we suck. You just gotta open your heart, open the heart.
I've tried. I've tried to open my heart for 23 years, and every time I open it, it just breaks again. That's listen.
The
How
Cardinals are
much
cursed.
more am I supposed to take?
They're cursed, and it's fine, But that's not who we're talking about today.
No, it's
No.
not. Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL. Now that game that they lost to the Chargers did eliminate them from the playoffs, but the bigger story being Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL. Obviously a huge injury. D'Lo, I don't know if you've seen the comparisons on when Tom Brady tore his ACL. He, going into the same year, and they've won this amount of Super Bowls or whatever it is. What I want to ask you is, this is a two-parter, okay? This is a two-parter. When you look at Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, obviously a lot of what the Chiefs do revolve around Patrick Mahomes. Are the Chiefs dynasty over? And will Patrick Mahomes ever win another Super Bowl again?
I think let me rephrase this. I think this Chiefs dynasty is over. They just don't have the pieces. I mean, and it's just as simple as that. Travis is old. Their receivers, they're not doing the job. They have no running back game at all. You're literally relying on 15 to be Superman, and we've talked about it with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and all of these, top end quarterbacks. They can't do that all the time, and it's just catching up to them. The defense is, I don't want to say it's horrible. And it's not horrible, but they go in spurts of being one of the best defenses to being one of the worst. And that inconsistency has led them to below 500. It's just what it is. Mm. So I think at the end of this year, obviously Travis is probably done. He's probably done.
Yeah.
And they just need to revamp. I don't know what that entails if get rid of some of the top end guys, Chris Jones, and you offload some of these big contract guys and try and rebuild for the next 2-ish years. But I think that the dynasty is done for at least 3 years, in my personal opinion. Because again, I don't know how well he will come back after the ACL. With that said, it's still Patrick Mahomes, and he will definitely win another Super Bowl. Now, it may not be in Kansas City. It may not be. He could pull a Tom Brady at the end of his career and decide, hey, I don't want to play for this franchise anymore. But it's still so early. He's got at least another, 12 years. He's only 29. Like, he's
He
still,
just turned 30.
yeah, like he's
Just
still
turned 30.
young. He's still young. Now he's going to have to rely less on his legs. He won't be able to probably scramble as much, which is fine. Yeah, I think he'll be back.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you on your first point, D'Lo. I think this version of the Chiefs dynasty is over. I think Patrick Mahomes has thrown his last pass to Travis Kelce. I don't think Travis Kelce will be back next year. I think Travis Kelce will retire after this year. especially with the health of Patrick Mahomes going into next season in serious question. I think that Andy Reid is getting up there in age. I don't know how much longer he's going to coach. Again, especially if he doesn't have his guy in Patrick Mahomes going into next year. Now, there's been some reports that Mahomes will be back in October. He tore his ACL on Sunday, got surgery on Monday, and has already started rehab on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. He started rehab on Tuesday. So I don't know what his status looks like for the beginning of this season. It'll be interesting though. And Patrick Mahomes won another Super Bowl. Now, you brought up the interesting point of you don't know if it'll be in Kansas City. I think he'll win another one in Kansas City. Again, depending on who they go out and get, and if Andy Reid stays, and if Andy Reid goes, and now obviously that matters a lot. But I do think Patrick Mahomes will win another Super Bowl because it is Patrick Mahomes and how great he is. And so, and again, we've seen all the comparisons on, when Brady tore his ACL and now when Mahomes tore his ACL. There's, like you said, Dila, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. And so I'm interested to see how he bounces back and how he recovers from, of course, the first serious injury he's had in his career. Now, let's bring in the third member of our team tonight. He is Unk. He is our OG. He is the wise man. He is Triple OG Tone. Tone, what's going on today?
Hello, fellas. Howdy.
Howdy, man. You
Hey.
coming back from the country club?
Hey, gotta handle business, man.
Yeah. God, listen. A little golfing, a little lemonade, a couple beers.
No beer,
all right.
man. Keeping the calories low.
Oh, okay. I like it. I usually don't drink beer, but after I watch the Cardinals for 14 times this season, I usually drink a few more than usual.
Might need some little
stronger.
beer.
Yeah, a little stronger.
Yeah. Anybody say Patron? Anybody?
No.
Tone. We were talking about your boy. We're talking about your favorite player, man, Patrick Mahomes. He tore his ACL. It's done for the year.
That was tough.
Yeah. That was obviously. Now, of course, I'm just giving Tone some crap. But on a serious note, yeah, Mahomes did tear his ACL. He'll be done for at least the next 9-10 months. So what I asked D'Lo, Tone, is the Chiefs dynasty done, and will Patrick Mahomes ever win another Super Bowl in his career?
Let me start it off by saying it's probably your fault.
See, there you go.
Because
there you go.
You text me immediately after Tatum tore his ACL and was like, ha ha, ha ha.
No,
ha,
I didn't. See, there you go. No, I knew that. See, there you go.
My bad.
See, there you go. I ain't do. See, you wrong. Hey, come on, dog. I'm calling you the wise man of the show, and then you go out and spew some nonsense.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest Mahomes fan, but he's a talented quarterback. He's what the game needs. Every game needs one of those legends, living legends, playing legends. He is that monumental for the sport. It's going to be tough to watch football without Mahomes' name popping up on ESPN. It's the game isn't the same. It's for basketball, it's Giannis, LeBron, KD. The game isn't the same when Mahomes isn't playing. But I will say this opens up the door for another quarterback to make names, a big name for himself, for another team to make a name for themselves. Like you guys, I briefly heard, is it'll be interesting to see when he does come back how their team looks, the new dynamics. I'd imagine they have to grow in some other areas. And yeah, if he's the same player, he is capable of getting out and running, when he needs to. But yeah, it's tough, man. It was tough to watch. I also heard you guys talking about how Brady had happened to him in the same exact year. It's wild. It's wild. I think I remember, was it Lowe or no? It was Twin was mentioning that he's essentially played an extra season throughout his career.
Yeah.
And so you wonder if that has anything to do with it. But maybe this will help him. Maybe this gives him time to see the game differently. Maybe he plays a little slower, but sees the game differently and becomes that experienced quarterback who is more mental over physical. But again, yeah, it's going to be tough watching football without his name being mentioned.
No, one
Yeah,
guy who's gonna lose his job, and it's Chris Collinsworth. That man
it's
losing his job without Patty Mahomes.
yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna try and do a Chris Collinsworth impression, but
And
yeah,
that
listen,
is kind of what we see out of Patrick Mahomes.
there it is. When I watch Jackson Dart, I see a lot of Patrick Mahomes, and this is what, yeah, listen, Patrick Mahomes is my dog, right? It's borderline, it's not over the line, it's borderline meat writing. Okay, listen, that's my dog, that's my favorite player. That what Chris Collinsworth does, that's meat writing. You know what I'm saying? Like that
That is full on glizzy goblin right there.
that's
That
nasty
is.
work.
And
Nasty work.
it's nasty work.
Now, a lot of people think Chris Collinsworth is like annoying. I like him. I like his.
I do. I
his
do
attitude.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
But the
Just
Mahomes
not,
stuff, gotta chill.
just not with Kansas City. Just not
No,
with
gotta chill.
anything to do with Patrick Mahomes. Anyway.
But I think, Tone, to your point, I think this could be a time of reflection for Patrick Mahomes. Now, I mean that in multiple ways. I mean that in terms of, to your point and Kyson's point, I mean, he has technically played, when you add up all the playoff games, he's played an entire season. And so when you have an ACL injury, it's hard for you to do anything aside from rehab. And so it gives you a chance to really analyze the game and see the game from afar, because obviously you study throughout the week and you do all this but you're playing in the games. You can't exactly watch yourself play in the game while you're playing in the game, like if that makes sense. And so I think that he can use that to his advantage, and he can just rest. Again, it sucks that an ACL injury it occurred, and again, if you know me, you know Patrick Mahomes is my favorite player. But this will give him some time to get off his feet and like, okay, deep breath. It's been a really crazy, chaotic 7-8 years, however long it's been since he's taken over that starting job in Kansas City. Now he has an opportunity. Okay, you know what? Let me regroup. Let me settle down. Things are happening fast. And again, it sucks that there's this way, but I mentioned it at the beginning of every show. Their life is going to throw a bunch of negative things at you, but you have to find the positive in things like that. And for Patrick Mahomes, I think that can absolutely be a positive for him. Tony, your point, just take a step back and evaluate the game from off the field, and also just rest, sit back, and like, you know what? Let me take some time to chill, give my body a break, give my body a rest, and regroup for when I get healthy again. Now, the rehab is going to be a B word, but it'll give him some time to regroup.
From an organizational standpoint, I think they need to find a better offensive coordinator. I think that they missed what's his name? Eric Bieniemy?
Actually, Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy is their
offensive the guy they used to have.
Oh, they used to, Eric Bieniemy. Yeah.
I think that letting him go has affected Patty's success.
Yeah. And again, with coordinators, that's the thing. Like, he went and took and here's the thing, he took a parallel jump, right? And so obviously when they're going to the Super Bowl every year, when they were going to AFC Championship every year, Eric Bieniemy got a lot of praise, got a lot of credit. And so at that time, he's looking for a head coaching job. Now, he didn't get it. Why he didn't, I don't know. Maybe it was the way he interviewed. Maybe it was some other thing. I don't know what it was, but he left Kansas City's offensive coordinator to go to Washington's offensive coordinator. Didn't work out very well, more of a parallel move. And he's just kind of been non-existent since. Now, Tony, your point, they had a lot of success with Eric Bieniemy at the offensive coordinator. It's just going to be tough to see where they go from here. Again, without Mahomes, at least for the next 10 months. We'll see what happens at the beginning of the season. Does Matt Nagy keep his job? Does Andy Reid retire? Does Travis Kelce retire? There's a lot of question marks around this Kansas City Chiefs team that they need to get answered before Mahomes gets healthy. That's the biggest thing. Now, Tone, you mentioned this opens up some doors for other quarterbacks and other teams. Now that the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, and there will be, no matter what, a new AFC representative in the Super Bowl this year. Speaking of the AFC, who should be the favorite, and who should be, again, if you're a betting man, D'Lo, who would you bet on to make it the Super Bowl in the AFC?
I was a betting man, I would probably put money on Buffalo. I understand that there are teams record-wise that are currently better right now. Obviously, you look at Denver and you look at New England and, these teams that are playing really well. But the thing that it comes down to is experience. Bo Nix has played one playoff. Drake May has played in zero playoffs. And so I think that comes into account. When you factor that in, I think that Josh Allen is the most playoff experience. And not only that, he is the best of those quarterbacks. And so I think that he sort of has a leg up in terms of that department. And even though the rest of the team may not be as good as the other teams, especially defensively, I think that he can make up for that in other ways just because of that experience. And so if I was a betting man, who I would take. Now, I'm not very high on Denver, and the main reason of that is Bo Nix. I don't think that I have enough faith in Bo Nix to get it done when he needs to get it done. New England is kind of a different story because like, I really hate to say it, but I really am like, I'm sort of understanding the Drake May hype.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Do I want to accept it? No, of course not. I
No,
hate New
as you
England.
should.
They suck.
Yeah.
But to respect it. And I think that Drake May, given time, can be one of those AFC quarterbacks, but I just don't think that this year is the year. I think that he is just too young and too inexperienced to potentially get over that hurdle. So if I was a betting man, I would be taking Buffalo.
Tone, Mahomes is gone. There's going to be no Mahomes in the playoffs. Now, did my heart shatter saying that? I absolutely did. Should I probably go get that checked out? That's a whole nother conversation. But Mahomes is done. That's usually the guy we bet on to make the playoffs or to make the Super Bowl even. In the AFC, who would you bet on to make the Super Bowl?
Kind of agree with all of what Lo stated. But sometimes I think that young guy is going to surprise everyone. And I think that the experience that, I hate to be that bandwagon guy, but the experience that New England has is the coach. Vrabel he's a player, a former player who's coaching. And then, you got Josh McDaniels, who's pretty much seen everything that you could possibly see from that offensive coordinator. And then, like you guys stated, Drake May is a hell of an athlete. I don't know if we've seen this many, Patty's probably one of them, Josh is probably one of them, where they've been this early in their career and you're like, oh, this dude's special. I like even the game that was this past weekend. Again, me being a bandwagon guy, I think there were a couple missed calls, a couple calls that went their way, and I felt like our defense didn't play the way that they could have played, and so I feel like that loss was perfect timing for us. Sometimes you need that loss to then learn from that for the playoffs. That was basically a playoff game for us, an early playoff game. And so I think that's a little bit of that experience that he'll need for the real playoffs. Um, and I agree with Lowe about Bo Nix. I don't think he's ready for this. But again, Josh Allen is that dude. He's the one who's shown everybody he's that dude. I'm a little bit on the bandwagon right now, and I feel like Drake May and the Pats can get it done. You know, a couple calls go our way. The defense plays like they played most of this season, and we can make a hell of a run in the playoffs and surprise some people.
I like two teams in the AFC. And I'll tell you right now, neither of those teams are division leaders. Neither of them. First one is, and I'll talk about them first because both of you guys mentioned them, Buffalo Bills. They have the best quarterback in the world right now. They just do. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the football universe. You can argue with your mother about that. He played fantastic against the Patriots this past week. You cannot go down 21-0. Cannot go down again like that. You do that, you'll get beat. You do that, you'll get beat. But their defense scares me a little bit. Buffalo's defense, their defense scares me a little bit. In my opinion, their best player on defense, Ed Oliver, is done for the year as he has been for a while. But they got some good pieces. Matt Milano, as long as he can stay healthy, he'll be a big contribution to that defense. Gregory Rousseau, I believe he's healthy. He'll have to shine. He'll have to show out. He's gonna have to get to the pass rusher again, especially with these quarterbacks in the AFC. They have some pieces. Jordan Poyer, they have some pieces that can help this defense out. They're going to have to make plays. They stood 10 toes when they went down 21-0. They stood 10 toes. They held it down. They held it down for their offense for them to be able to come back and eventually win the game. But that can't happen again. Can't happen again. Not against a great team. But I do like Buffalo. James Cook is one of the best backs in the league. He shows you they have the best running game in football at this very moment. Statistically, they run the ball very well. And in the NFL, if you can run the ball and you can defend the run, you can win games. And Buffalo Bills have done a very good job at both of those things the entire season. Now, I'll tell you the other team that I like.
I really hope you're about to say who I think you're going to say, because I am really high on them too.
The Houston Texans.
Yes, sir.
The Houston Texans. D-Lo, Tone, I just said, if you can defend the run and you can run the ball, what can you do? You can win games. This team is the best at doing – okay, not running the ball. I just said Buffalo. I can't say that. But the best defense in football is the Houston Texans. They can get to the passer. They can stop the run. They have guys on the back end that can make plays. I love Jalen Petrie. Jalen Petrie is one of the most underrated players in football and one of the best safeties in the NFL. Derek Stingley, one of the best corners in the NFL. They have guys who can make plays. I haven't even mentioned their front end yet. They have Will Anderson. They have Danielle Hunter. They have guys who can get to the passer. They are the number one ranked defense in the NFL. Here's the kicker. They have a quarterback that can go win you a game. They have a quarterback that can go win you a game. Now, has he had to do it this year? Not exactly. Has he been able to do it this year? Not exactly. But we've seen him do it. He's won multiple playoff games in his career. We've seen him do it. And if the defense can hold the other team to 17, 18, between 17 and 24 points, CJ Stroud can go win you a football game. Can I say that about Bo Nix? I can't. I just can't. Bo Nix is a quarterback that you need everything to go right for. That's what I've seen from him. He's not a bad quarterback at all. He is a really good quarterback. Can he go win you a game when nothing else is going right? If nothing else is going right, defense can't stop anybody. You can't run the ball. Offensive line is letting people walk by. Bo Nix cannot go win you a game by himself. Josh Allen can do it. CJ Stroud can do it. That's why I like those two teams.
And there's a saying in the NFL that goes, the team that wins the Super Bowl isn't necessarily the team with the best record. It's the team who gets hot at the right time. And right now, I don't think there's a team scarier than Houston in the NFL. No.
There's not a hotter team than football. than the
There's
Houston
not.
Texans. There's really not. The way that
Now,
defense is playing, the way that
my
offensive line has gotten better too.
my only concern is that they're peaking too early. That would be my only concern. I don't know if they can contain that level of play for another, 6 weeks. That would be my only thing is hope not, because they're a really fun team to watch,
Yeah,
but
they play hard.
and they've been really good. Uh, Hope that they're not peaking early and then they come disappoint us come play.
I think that's the biggest thing. And the biggest thing with Houston, D'Lo, is it's sustainable. It's sustainable. Again, CJ Stroud doesn't have to be Superman. I believe he can if he needs to be, but he doesn't have to be Superman because he's got a defense that is so amazing at the way it is. They can run the ball. Woody Marks has been a revelation. The rookie running back has been really, really good. You have a top 10 receiver in the league in Nico Collins. You have guys that can go make plays on both sides of the ball. And you have D'Amico Ryans, who has done a wonderful job with this football team, fellas. D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, shout out to San Francisco.
Hey, listen. I will
Making
never
all
shout
these
out.
great defensive coordinators that go on to leave us.
And have one of the best head coaches in the league. So I'm not trying to hear none of this.
Absolutely love D'Amico Ryan. Absolutely love him.
And listen, and he's fantastic. I mean, he's done a wonderful job. He's done a wonderful job. Again, the Steelers are iffy. I don't trust the Steelers whatsoever. And again, I think they have another game against Baltimore coming up here soon. I could be wrong. I don't know if they could have played twice already. But
No.
The Chargers, I don't trust Justin Herbert in the playoffs. He hasn't shown me.
We'll see come the first round, because he should be playing probably whoever comes out of that division.
The AFC North?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And Trevor Lawrence, oh my Lord.
Not sold.
Never. No.
I'm not sold on Jacksonville. I'm not.
Here's the thing, fellas. Here's the thing, boys. 4 interceptions, and they won the game. You know who did that?
Yep.
You know who got 4 turnovers and didn't turn the ball over once and still lost?
It was against your team, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, this one. Where are you at? This one. 4 picks. 4 picks and lost the game.
Yep.
Now, am I still upset about it? Absolutely, I'm still upset about it.
Yes, you should be.
2021. Teams are 50-0. Teams were 50-0 when the turnover margin is 4 more. 50-1 now.
You guys broke the record.
Broke the record.
Not sure that's a record you want to break.
No, but that's the record that my team break. The bad ones. Goodness gracious. Sorry, am I upset about it? Of course I am. Now, am I going to have to get over it? Of course I do. But back to the original
It's always next year.
Trevor Lawrence, man, he's either, oh my God, this guy is generational. This guy is really, really good. He's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Or he's like, do you know he doesn't play for your team? You know who he plays for the other team. Like he's one of those guys. He's either really, really he's out showing, or he's like, we need a new quarterback. That kind of guy in the playoffs won't get it done. They won't. All right, fellas, let's move on to some hoops. Oh, hold on. Oh, y'all so lucky I don't got a Mikal Bridges jersey. Oh, I'd be rocking it right now.
Do anything, man? OG carried them.
Hey. Who are they? NBA Cup champions?
They are. They're also a trending topic today because of somebody's thumb.
Hey, and listen, that right there makes them my favorite.
Pardon me?
One more time?
Sorry, did you say something?
You wanna repeat that one more time?
Repeat what?
What you just said?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what you're referring
Oh.
to. But the New York Knicks are the NBA 2025
That's dude.
NBA Cup champions. They defeated the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, and the San Antonio Spurs. I will start off by saying, Wemby. I don't know if you guys saw, his grandmother did pass away earlier that day. So condolences. Yeah, his grandmother passed away earlier that day. So condolences to Wemby and the Wembanyama family. I will also say, oh boy, the West has a big Texas-sized San Antonio Spurs problem. That team can play, and they will be able to play for a long time. As long as they can keep everybody together.
I don't even think they need De'Aaron Fox. Like, they don't.
No. It was a good pickup, but it's not necessary. Like, he's going to be able to, he's going to be a good trade asset because Stephon Castle, I love getting credit where it's due. Dog. Stephon Castle, oh my Lord. That's a bad boy.
6'7" too is crazy.
How tall is he?
That boy a problem though. Don't forget Lil Ron too. Lil Ron is nice.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Dylan Harper is a.
And okay, but like that's fine and all, but we got to like not discredit De'Aaron Fox and what he brings to that team, and only talk about him as a trade asset.
No,
because he gives when he's on the floor, he gives them a different pace that fits San Antonio so well.
Yeah, but I don't think that he does anything that Dylan Harper or Stephon Castle can't do.
Sorry.
What I've seen, Kay, I just want to point this out. Stephon Castle just seems like a more of a half-court player to me than the full-court transition player that Fox is. Just based off what I've seen. I could be wrong.
Dylan, I will say that they lack the experience that you were just speaking of while we were talking foosball. They lack the experience that De'Aaron Fox has, so he definitely brings that to the table. But I think give those dudes another year. I mean, this game right here was a learning experience for those guys. They've never been under that much pressure. You know, they were up 10, 12 points at one point in time in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think even about halfway through the fourth.
And then OG started to do what they do. You know, honestly, it was OG and Mitchell. Mitchell came in when Cat hurt his pinky toe, and he turned up.
See there you. Okay, no. I got a shout out. Huh? Oh, see there you go.
Big
see there you go. Yeah, I don't really give no damn about Cat. Hey, my homeboys is Jalen Brunson and Mikal. Jalen Brunson hooped, by the way. He played some really good basketball. And I think the thing is also, before we move on, I have to shout out Tyler Kolek. Boy, they don't win that game without him.
Else ball too.
Tyler Kolek, they don't win that game without him. He made some plays. He recovered some of those 50-50 balls, made some big threes down the stretch. He was really good defensively. Like, he made some plays down the stretch. They don't win that game without him. Tyler Kolek was really good too. But Knicks are NBA Cup champions in 2025.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Cup tragedies for the playoffs.
Oh yeah, both first rounded. The Lakers got booted in the first round. Bucks got booted in the first round.
The Knicks break that record.
See, there you go.
That'd be nasty. Be nasty if it happened 3 years in a row. And also, gotta give Adam Silver a round of applause, man. For him and well put together. You know, we were all questioning that in the first season. It's I think mainly because LeBron won it. That was part of the reason why we were all like,
First season? Not adding up.
But the third season this year round, it was good all around. Like each round was competitive. It was good.
It felt like playoff atmosphere basketball. Like it felt like there was money on the line because there was money on the line.
Money on the line.
Yeah, like there was a big difference between the winner and the runner-up. Like
Even
the runner-up,
the champs looked like they played a hard-fought game. They ended up losing, but
yeah, and I mean that just goes to show you how good the San Antonio Spurs are, and are going to be for an extended period of time.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're not welcome. Anyways, okay, Tone, I want to ask you this. Okay, the previous two champions hung up a banner for the NBA Cup. The Los Angeles Lakers have a banner in Crypto.com Arena, and Milwaukee Bucks have a banner in whatever their arena is called. The Knicks have decided not to hang up their NBA Cup banner. Do you like this from the Knicks, or do you think they're just doing too much?
Definitely doing too much. Why wouldn't you hang that up? Like, one, you guys haven't won anything in a long time. Two, I would think that it'd be motivation for the young guys to see the success front and center. You know, like to have that. It's almost like having a trophy when you walking towards the locker room. That's kind of motivational. If you never, you know. And again, they haven't won anything in a long time. Not since I've been alive. Like, they haven't won anything. So why? Yeah, that's just. I get it. They probably don't. They want to say like that's not the banner we want, but you won it. It's this 2025. This isn't 2019 when it didn't exist. It's 2025. That is going to be something moving forward. We've seen, like we just spoke about, it's like a playoff element mid-season. And so utilize that for motivation. Say, look, we just won this. We beat one of the top tier teams in the West. We can do it again, you know. But New York is known for doing too much. You know, that's why we say pause. That's why people wear Timbs in the summer. Like, New York is known for doing too much, so it just fits.
Dealer, what do you think? You think the Knicks are trying to stand out? They're trying to be extra by not putting up their NBA Cup banner, or do you like it? Do you like it all? You know, it's MSG, right? You know, the most famous arena in the world. Why would you? You know, that's not the expectation. What was your takeaway from them not putting up the banner?
It's like if you don't want to put up the banner, then why are you competing? That was the whole point, is to win the NBA Cup so you can not only obviously the money that's involved with it, but the bragging rights. That's what it is. It's bragging rights. We were better at this point in the season. Why wouldn't you put it up? I think they're just doing too much.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the landscape of the NBA is really weird because it's like extremely obvious who the favorite is. Everyone is vying for a chance to beat Oklahoma City at this point in time. That's just what it is. And so the thing is that you have to find a way to beat that juggernaut. And I don't know if this is like a motivation thing, like, hey, you didn't beat Oklahoma City, so we can't raise this banner, or like what the thought process is. But like, let them enjoy it. This is like everyone, like you get a trophy during the tournament and you decide to put it away in the closet, and everyone else is showing off their participation medals. like what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand. I can't comprehend why they would do this.
Yeah, I'm not understanding the logic either. Now, my first thought, honestly, boys, was that's Madison Square Garden. And we hold ourselves to a higher expectation. We want NBA championship banners. Why would we put up a little NBA Cup? But, Tone, to your point, it is New York. And they like to stand out. They like to be different from other people. So, the Bucks and Lakers, they hung up their championship banner. No, this doesn't mean anything to us. Why would we hang up? Listen, these are the type of people that I try not to associate myself with. The people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like. Why? You won something, and and I tell people all the time, fellas. Now, don't get satisfied. Of course, you don't want to get satisfied. The ultimate goal is to win a championship. Okay, so we all understand that. So we're not going to get satisfied, but it's a little win because everybody else in the league was competing for this NBA Cup. You happen to come away with the NBA Cup and outlasted the other 29 NBA teams. That is an award you should be able to be proud of. Again, it's New York, so maybe they expect more from themselves. To Toad's point, what have they won in the last 50 years? 50. And you actually win something with a team that has promise, and you don't want to shout out that team? You don't want to give appreciation to that team? What kind of sense does that make? Again, I don't really care for the Knicks. You guys know two of my three favorite players play on that team, and Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson. So I support them. The Knicks, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they wouldn't put the banner up. I don't know why they're deciding to be different. They can do what they want to.
It's gonna be nasty work 10 years from now when Jalen Brunson retires, and then they want to hang it up.
And then they put it up. It doesn't make any sense, Tone, because that's what New York would do. I don't understand. Because they're not now. If they win another one next year, they're not going to hang that one up either. Or if they win the one a following year after that, so if they ever win another one, they're just not going to put any of them up.
They're upset that they don't have what Miami has, what the Bucks have, what the Celtics have. But they got that, so they should
stop being sensitive. Enjoy what you got. Appreciate what you got. Don't be upset about what you don't have.
Utilize it as a stepping stone.
Speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up. The Knicks, obviously, they outlasted the San Antonio Spurs. They beat the Magic. They beat the Raptors on the way to their NBA Cup championship. They don't have the best record in the East, but does this NBA Cup championship make them the best team in the East, Tone? And when you look at how they played, when you look at how their stars played, in Jalen Brunson, Cat, that was on and off. OG really showed up and showed out. Mikal Bridges had his moments. Jordan Clarkson was really good yesterday. Does this make them the best team in the East?
It's hard to argue against it, honestly, especially with them winning. I say the only team that it would have been nice to see them defeat would have been the Pistons, who actually does have the best record in the East. But, the Magic and the Raptors are playing really good basketball right now. Then they beat the best team to come out of the West, who had beat the champs, in a pretty good game of basketball. Wasn't like, OKC took half of their roster out at halftime. I was like, you guys take it. No, they played that game to the end. Like, they wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks, they had to fight for that championship as well. That shout out to the coach who mixed up the lineup. He had Mikal Bridges out for an extended period of time, where most of us were like, yo, come on, put Bridges.
I thought he was hurt. I thought he was hurt. Yeah. I was like, Mike, what are you doing?
Yeah, Cat too. People thought Cat was done for the game because he was out for like 6-7 minutes in the fourth. And so shout out to Mike for doing exactly what the team needed to essentially win that game. But again, long story short, it would be hard to argue with somebody from New York that they are not the best team in the East right now.
D'Lo, the Knicks, again, they beat one of the best teams in the West. I think a top 4 team in the West, a team with the same record as they have, and they've missed a lot of time without Wemby. Does this make the Knicks the best team in the East?
No, I don't think so. Um, Again, I think this is one of those moments where you just get hot at the right time. Mm. It's kind of like San Antonio. If San Antonio beat Oklahoma City, does that mean that San Antonio is the best team in the West right now? I think we could all answer that question. It's probably not. I mean, Oklahoma City, up to that point. So it's just like I don't think that the team that wins is necessarily the best team. Now, I think that they have the better argument to be the best team in the East for sure. But with how Detroit is playing right now, I would probably prefer Detroit. Um, but I do think that they're right there. I definitely think they're right there. I like the Raptors and the Magic, like Tone said, but it really pained my heart to say it. But I also like Boston. They're playing some really good
Yeah, they are.
basketball right now. And Tone has been rubbing it in the group chat just a little bit,
Oh,
but
Rubbing what, brother?
hmm.
What has he been rubbing? Oh,
the
and
fact
why
that
are
the
you there?
Celtics are
And
good.
why are you there when he's rubbing?
He's been bragging about the Celtics. Right,
Hey.
there you go. Um, but they're playing really good basketball right now. So I think that it's just really competitive in the East, but I don't think that this is enough to determine that they're the best in the East.
The Pistons are playing some really good basketball. And the Pistons have a better record than the Knicks. But if you ask me, the Knicks are the best team in the East. They are. They are the deepest, I believe. I think they got better last year. I 100% believe that. I think they got better. I think the Jordan Clarkson pickup was a very, very sneaky good pickup. And you saw last night, he made a huge impact on that game last night. To have an extra guard coming off the bench who can score, who can put the ball in the basket. But when you go down this roster, you talk about Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson and Jordan Clarkson and Miles McBride, aka Deuce McBride, and Tyler Kolek. And you have everybody who can play crucial minutes at a high level. I don't know if I can say that about anybody else in the East. I just don't. I think that's what makes them. Tone made the point earlier that Mike Brown has done a really good job coaching this basketball team. They're gonna have to win some games on the road eventually. They haven't played very well away from MSG, but I think they're the best team. When it comes down to it, I'm not taking anybody else right now in the East in the 7-game series over the New York Knicks. Not happening. So if you ask me before the NBA Cup or if you ask me after the NBA Cup, my answer is going to be the same in terms of who the best team is in the East. And I think the NBA Cup just helped me solidify my the best team in the East and why the Knicks are that team. Who is the best team in the East? Delon, you said the Pistons?
Yeah, I still think it's the Pistons.
Okay, we'll see. With the Pistons, I'm gonna have to see it now. They played really well in the playoffs last year, and were beat by the Knicks. But it's gonna be interesting to see how sustainable this is for the Pistons. Obviously, you have Cade Cunningham, who is going to be an All-Star this year. He's probably going to make an All-NBA team this year, as you know, Lord willing, he stays healthy. Like I say that for everybody though. And again, like that, the Pistons look really, really dangerous.
Are we just not going to mention that other guy that's going to be an All
Jalen
Star
Duren,
this year?
Jalen
Yeah,
Duren,
thank you.
he might be an All-Star this year too. But listen,
He's gotta be if they remain.
He will be an All Star this year.
Yeah, he's averaging a double-double. He's like one of the most efficient players in the paint. He's probably the best center in the East.
yeah. I mean, that's hard to argue. I will say though, Joel Embiid is starting to look like Joel Embiid again, slowly but surely.
Yeah, but you can't play 1 out of every 4 games, and
That's hard to argue. That's really hard to argue.
And that's fine though. Like, but even if you have Joel Embiid, like, who's after that? It's
What do you mean,
Jalen
who's after
Duren.
that? Oh, to the centers. Oh, I thought you meant on the Sixers. That's it, boy.
No. In terms of the backcourt. It's gonna be Jalen Duren. Can you think
Yeah.
of another name who's playing as well as he is? Can't.
I
Not in the
honestly can't.
East.
No. I mean, Cat.
He's a power forward. They keep mentioning that. And he's definitely not playing as well. But the same thing that you guys argue with me about putting JB at the 2, they got Cat at the 4 for most. I don't know why, because
I don't
I
know why
believe he's
either.
the starting center on the New York Knicks. But
Don't
but
make no
again,
sense.
he's not playing as consistent as Jalen is, and he's
No.
No.
definitely not as great as a defender. Jalen's like
Mm-mm.
he might, he's first team all defense.
Yeah, he's playing some really good basketball right now, and a big reason why they're having so much success right now. All right, fellas. Actually, let's. I forgot to bring up one more thing in football. So let's go back to football really quickly. Let's circle back. We talked about the AFC and the fact that Mahomes is out. The Chiefs are gone. There are no Mahomes. Let's move over to the other side of things, fellas. Let's talk about the NFC. There are a lot of teams in the NFC that can compete for the Super Bowl. Now, there are some teams ahead of others. I'm fully aware of that. But at the same time, in the playoffs, we're aware that anything can happen. So when you look at the West, when you look at the NFC, fellas, and D'Lo, I see a bunch of teams here. I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I see the Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champs. I see the Chicago Bears. A new sighting this year. I see the Rams. I see the Seahawks. I see your boys, the Niners. Who should be the favorite in the NFC? Who right now is the best team in the NFC?
And this is where this is not unpredictable. I don't know if I could predict who is the team in the NFC, unlike the AFC. In the AFC, if I were a betting man, I know who I would put my money on.
The Colts,
I
right? Oh,
See, there you go. Grandpa
can't
Rivers.
can't say that about the NFC. I honestly can't. Now, obviously, in terms of overall betting, obviously the Rams are the favorite, and they looked really good last week against Detroit.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they got out to a very slow start, and then they picked it up and they ended up beating the Lions. They did. Mm, they're just so consistent, and I think that Matthew Stafford is by far and away the best quarterback in the NFC. I think he is. Man, he's playing like it. But the thing is that there are just so many other talented teams in the NFC. You could just go down the list. Obviously, the Seahawks, are they going to run into the Sam Darnold problem? But the defense is phenomenal. JSN should be winning one of those awards. He really should be one
He
of the
should be getting
awards.
offensive player of the year.
Um, Then you look at Chicago. Their defense has been really good. Caleb Williams is somehow finding ways to win them games. That run game looks really, really good. The only team I'm not high on is Tampa Bay, and or whoever comes out on that. I was really high on them to start the year, but Baker got that shoulder injury, and he just hasn't looked the same since. And so it's it's so tough. I'm gonna say the Rams, and I hate to say the Rams because we all know the division that I root for. Mhm. But they just look like the most complete team.
Yeah. Um, when I look at the NFC, I see 6 teams that could come out.
Yeah,
One of which aren't even currently in the playoffs.
yeah,
Like that's
yes.
how deep this conference is. This conference is. Now, when you big picture it, I think the betting favorite should be the Los Angeles Rams. When you look at them, they have the best quarterback in the NFC, one of the best in the NFL. They have two very good running backs, Kyron Williams, and I am very, very high on Blake Corum. Now, he did go to Michigan, but he's a very good player. They have two very good running backs. Their offensive line has stayed healthy for the most part. They have some nicks. They have, they're beat up, but they played very well. And boy, this defense, this pass rush. Jared Verse is one of the best pass rushers in football in year 2 of his career.
Yep.
Braden Fisk is a very good guy on the inside. They have guys who can make plays. And this team is so well-rounded. The thing that worries me a little bit is that back end, though. The back end for the Rams, it worries me a little bit. I think they can be had. And Detroit kind of had their way with them. To an extent, obviously not enough for them to win the game, but there were some holes that the Detroit Lions cracked in that back end for the Rams. I like the Rams the most. My original pick out before the season was the Lions to come out. Now, that's the team that's out of the playoffs currently that, again, I believe still has a chance to come out of the NFC. A few things would have to happen in order for them to make the playoffs. Another team I really like is the Packers. Now, I like them a little less because we talked about ACL injuries earlier. Micah Parsons also tore his ACL. So obviously that's a huge piece for them to lose on that defensive end. But they do got a lot of they got a lot of pieces over there on defense. They got Xavier McKinney. They got Rashawn Gary. They got Quay Walker. They got some guys who can make plays. So I like
a genius right now.
Who is?
Jerry Jones.
I couldn't tell though. Them boys is far playoffs. They're far and away, and they
I'm just
couldn't.
saying all that money that he would have had to pay that man.
That is true, but hey, look, he's still gonna come back a bad dude. Micah Parsons, he's still gonna come back, and the Cowboys defense couldn't stop a runny nose. They you know what I'm saying? They couldn't stop a cold with NyQuil. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't stop nobody. Now Dak Prescott, he's top 10 quarterback in the league. He's very good. He's played very well. The defense just can't stop anybody. Now, aside from that point, the 49ers I like. The only thing is I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with either of those teams in the NFC West. I like, the Seahawks. They're very well-rounded. They have a very good defense. They have Devin Witherspoon on that back end. They have Reek Woolen. They have some guys, that can rush the passer. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, who's kind of had a, not a breakout year again, but just had to turn back the clock a little bit. They have some dudes up there. I'm with you, though, D-Lo. The only teams I really don't like or am not sure about are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and, quite frankly, the Philadelphia Eagles. They can't put up any
not
points.
high. Not high on them.
They can't put up points.
What happened?
They suck. What it is.
What is it? I can't figure it out. I've only watched a couple of the games. I can't.
If I had to assume, it's the loss, the offensive coordinator that they had.
Very well could be the case.
Because they have the same. They have the same pieces. They have the exact same pieces on that offense.
Yeah,
and they're just not producing.
It's not functioning. It's not functioning. And again, against the Seattle Seahawks, against the Los Angeles Rams, against the Green Bay Packers, you're going to have to put up points because those teams can put up points. And aside from maybe Sam Darnold, who I think has had a better year than Jalen Hurts, but aside from maybe Sam Darnold, all three of those teams I just named have better quarterbacks than the Philadelphia Eagles. Point blank, period. So I again, the best team in the NFC right now is the Rams. And again, if I had to put money on it, I would bet on the Rams to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC. Tone, who do you like? Who do you like in the NFC? And again, if you were a betting man, if you had to put, a car payment, a house payment, where would you put that payment on? What team would you put that payment on?
Honestly, I might have to pass on the bet. I'm gonna just keep my money in my pocket.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be the smart move.
It'd be the very smart move.
I'm not confident in anybody. I mean, the Rams have like the better defense and better quarterback than most of the teams you mentioned. But again, I'm not confident in anybody. Honestly, I'm just being honest.
That's
Niners.
okay.
Put
Who are
put
they
your
beating?
money on the Niners.
Oh, and then
Put
then you'll lose
put
your money.
your
You'll lose your
put
money,
your
Tone. Don't do that.
put your
You
trust
got
in
you got two
Kyle
babies to take care of. Don't do
Shanahan
that.
and
Don't do
put your
that. Don't put your
money
money on that.
on the best coach in the NFL,
Don't do that.
Kyle
Hey, you
Shanahan.
got children. You got children. Don't you use that money on them babies. Don't use that money on them and on that booty butt team. Don't do that.
Hey, this booty butt team is the only well, there's actually only one booty butt team in that conference.
There is.
Oh, somebody's wearing the hat.
Who's
Yeah.
wearing that? I don't know where that.
Yeah.
Where that.
And they are a bird in that conference.
And they're horrible. And they're the reason
And
why I'm going to stop watching football.
yep.
Yeah, we need to find some clips of how bro was talking over the summer.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, you boys ain't no good. I need some new doggone friends. Is what I need. That's what I need to do. I need to find some new friends, some friends that don't kick me when I'm down.
Hey, listen, you were the one. I believe there was a few of us saying Kyler needs to go, and you were like, give him one more year. And now that he's had it, you're ready to kick him to the curb.
You look at Kyler Murray. You think of a boomer.
Can you fix your mic?
You sound muffled. Maybe you're
Okay.
doing that on purpose.
Maybe I am doing that on purpose. It'd probably be for the
Maybe.
best. Why is my microphone doing that? Hold
You
on.
could
No,
Stand by.
you're fine now. You're fine now.
Oh, it's working again.
Yeah.
When you think of Kyler Murray, you think of a boomer.
Oh, you're muffled.
Back underwater.
It's whenever you lean back, it just
I'm-
like it decides. There you go.
I'm done talking about Kyler Murray because apparently whenever I
Yeah.
talk about Kyler Murray,
Maybe that's
the
what it
microphone
is.
just gets muffled. But okay, you know what? No, I'm getting my joke out. I don't even remember the joke. When you talk about Kyler Murray, okay, you think of a boomerang. Okay, when you throw a boomerang, it's supposed to come back, right?
Mhm.
Whatever I need to do to this boomerang, so when I throw it, it just keeps going, is what needs to happen with Kyler Murray. That's what needs to happen with Kyler Murray. Straighten it out. I don't know what you need to do with the boomerang, but throw it and keep going. That's what needs
Call
to happen.
somebody on the D-backs and tell them you got somebody.
See, there you
You
go.
know
See, there
what?
you go. Them job is filled. Unless we trade Ketel Marte, them jobs is filled. Now we trade
Then
Ketel Marte, we could have a conversation.
send them to Cincinnati and get Joe Burrow,
Oh boy, do you know
and
what I
then
would?
and then maybe the Cardinals can finally compete with the other teams in
They're not
the
giving
NFC
us.
West.
They're not giving
Maybe
us.
then.
The best y'all getting is like Trevor Lawrence or something.
See, there you
that
go.
guy.
See, why would you wish that upon us?
Kyler can't
not-
see over a phone book.
That's see, there you go.
And that's
That's all
fine,
right. Hey.
but like
Nando, that's who we getting. Nando, you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I
The
know he's better
Heisman.
than Kyler.
The Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza.
Y'all definitely getting top 3 pick.
See,
Oh,
hey, I'm
yeah.
tired of it.
Raiders
Oh.
are I think just slightly more in need of a quarterback than you are.
Yeah, they are, boy. Actually, Geno Smith ain't it. I thought Geno Smith was going over there. Pete Carroll, and I said, you know what? Maybe they'll relive the magic. Boy, Geno Smith ain't relive magic if Houdini hit him in his soul. So I don't know what's going on over there in Vegas, but gosh, dog. Okay. That was a good conversation, fellas. Let's move on back to some basketball. We talked about the teams who have performed well. Okay, we talked about the Pistons, who are first in the East. We talked about the Spurs, who have had a very, very good season so far, up to this point, 18-7 on the year. Obviously, with a bunch of guys playing well. The New York Knicks have been playing well. The Boston Celtics, without Tatum, have been playing some really, really good basketball. The Miami Heat have, again, I'm bringing my team, 14-12.
Nope,
Yep.
don't bring my team in there. We're on a 5-game skid. We suck.
5-game losing streak.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
damn.
suck, dude.
No, well, sucks to be.
We
you.
started good, and now we're gonna heat. Heat are gonna heat, and we're gonna end up in a play-in. It's just how it is. It's just it's just how it is.
I'll see you there, brother. We ain't gonna be on the same side, but I'll see you there. Yep, I'll see playing buddies. That's what we are. The playing buddies. Pat, scrap that. Forget I said that. Forget I ever said that. Let's actually cut that out of the video. But we've talked about the teams that have shined. Who has disappointed you most? When you look at the teams in the NBA, you're like, you know what? That team is going to compete. Now, they may not win, but they're going to be good. Which one of those teams have you looked at and said, oh my gosh, that team is way worse than I thought they were going to be? When I look at it, I think now they're not horrible, but I think the Cleveland Cavaliers have definitely been disappointing. That's one of the teams that off the top of my head. That's in the East. I mean, the Warriors, I think, are up there. They have not played some very, very good ball. I didn't have very high expectations for the Grizzlies to begin with, but they are not playing good basketball at all. The Mavericks, I think there's one answer for me, but I'll let you guys answer first. D'Lo, when you look at the NBA and the state of the NBA at this very moment in the regular season, who has been the most disappointing team in the league?
Yeah. I don't even know how to answer this question, to be honest. I think there's just so many. Mm. So I'm just gonna pick one from each conference, and you guys are just gonna have to sit through this and let me get my thoughts out.
Oh, it's almost like
In
that's
the
what podcast is, David.
in the East, shut up. Oh my
Okay, my
God,
bad.
shut up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's me. That's on me.
In the East, I think it's Pacers for me. I obviously understand there's no Tyrese Halliburton, but I didn't think that they were going to be neck and neck with the Wizards because they still have all of the depth that they from last year. Now, obviously, they also lost Miles Turner, which is a big deal. But I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought that they would hover right around 10 ish and be fine, maybe make a play in, but they're awful. They
Horrible.
are terrible. And I think it really shines light that Tyrese Halliburton is that guy. He's I
Yeah,
mean, we all knew it, but like he's really that guy. I think overall, like obviously this is coming from the West, but even more so just as a whole, I think I'd go Sacramento. I don't understand what's wrong with this team because on paper, they they have it. Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, Zach Levine, DeMar DeRozan, the bonus, Egan. Like they have pieces and it just doesn't work. And I'm so lost on why it doesn't work. Because Zach Levine can torch you for 40 on any given night. Bonus is a triple double threat on any given night. And it just doesn't translate to winning games. And so I think that's probably the one that I look at and I'm like, what happened to you guys?
Tone, who have you looked at this season and said, "Oh my God, that is a poop show"?
Man, this is tough. Like as far as poop show goes, in the East, I feel like I got to do kind of like what Lowe did. In the East, I'd have to say, man, this is tough because they're still like formidable. They're not like the worst in the East, but I had high expectations for the Orlando Magic. And again, they're 15 and 11 as I'm looking at it, or the same record as my Boston Celtics. But that's specifically why I did not think they would have the same record as the Boston Celtics. I mean, I know the Boston Celtics are playing really well, but they're not missing anybody in Orlando. They just had to acclimate Desmond Bain to their starting lineup, and he's acting more like Bane from Batman. Like as far as beating people up, body slamming, throwing basketballs at people when he didn't have to. Paulo's not playing the way I expected him to play. They're not rolling the way I thought that they would be fighting for a top 3 spot in the East. I do agree with Lowe as far as the Pacers being like the definite poop show. But I do think that it, like he said, it speaks to the abilities, the playmaking abilities of Halliburton, and then you got the defense from from Miles Turner. So they're missing both of those, and it shows. In the West, it's got to be the Unk show, man. What do you call it, Low? Unctivities?
The unction.
Unction? Yeah, the unction is nasty work. And then they hear, I don't know if you guys seen it today, that they are shooting down trades for Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Zubac.
Why?
That's what everyone asked in the
They're
comments.
3-18 in their last 21 games.
I don't know what type of turnaround that they see. Like, if you look at their schedule, I have no idea what's going on, and that's why I would put them on the poop show list. They have a similar record to the Pacers. And I would think that if someone were to shoot the Pacers a trade, the Pacers would say yes before they even seen the options. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the Clippers are in the
We want
West.
Siakam. Have him.
The Clippers are in the West, and they're shooting. I just don't get it. And those guys are valuable. Kawhi Leonard hasn't even played that much, but he brings extreme value to a team that wants to compete. Same with James Harden. He's no longer the old Harden that we're used to, but he's still, a good 18 and possibly 10 assists. Like, if you put him on the right team and in the right system, I just don't. And then Zubac is a double-double machine. I don't understand why you wouldn't shop those guys so you can get you a possibly early pick to start over. Yeah. Whoa, help me out.
You want to know why? It's because the Oklahoma City Thunder own their pick this year.
Oh, boy. Oh,
They don't want to
boy.
be so bad to give the Thunder the number 1 pick.
And the rich get richer.
Yeah,
They have pick swap.
I forgot about that. But they're not going to get any better. They're in the West.
They're not. They're absolutely not.
They're giving up the third pick right now, and they're scared to give up the first pick?
The only hope is that they somehow find a way to claw higher, maybe towards 11, 10.
But that's the thing, D-Lo. You can get a lot for Kawhi and a lot for James Harden. Okay, maybe not a lot.
You can.
You can get a bunch for Kawhi, though. You can get a few first-round picks.
I think you can get more for Harden right now than you can for Kawhi.
Probably. James Harden's actually playing.
Harden's playing, and he's playing well. He is.
He's had a 40 WAP already.
But to that point, okay, honestly, if you're talking about who you can get the most from, I think you get the most from Zubac right now.
Yeah.
You get the most from Zubac. And he's a very good player. Now, Tone, like you said, he's a walking double-double. That's the thing. Like, if you get off him, you get a whole bunch of first-round picks. Maybe you get, a key, not a key piece, but a potential piece back in the trade, wherever you trade him to. And, maybe you have another direction, because this direction is leading you right on the train tracks of the train coming at you. It's not leading you anywhere.
Even for the future, like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't have nothing. They don't have anything.
Listen, the conversation last year was the Suns where are the Suns going to go? They have no future. They have no direction. I don't know if I've seen a team in a worse position than the Clippers right now. They can't go anywhere. And it doesn't make any sense of what they're doing. Now to answer the original question, now the correct answer is absolutely the Los Angeles Clippers. That is, you want to talk about poop shows, that is on the top of the list. That is horrible. I had way, way higher expectations for this team.
Free John Collins, too. My bad to cut you off, but free John Collins, man.
Yeah. He's sitting there rotting on the bench.
That's another piece you can go get something for. Like the Clippers are going to have to sell. There's no coming back from 6-20. They're going to have to sell at the deadline.
Especially if
And
Kawhi's still not playing.
what? I mean, now to be different though, I'm gonna go in another direction. I'm gonna go the Golden State Warriors. There's no reason they should be 13-14 right now. None. Steph has played a majority of the games. Jimmy Butler has played a majority of the games. Draymond Green has played a majority of the games. And you have guys like Matt Spencer
quietly
coming up.
Show too.
Huh?
They're like quietly the Show B team.
Who, the Warriors?
They got 4 dudes that are over like the age of 36.
They do. I don't understand why they're not playing well. I think that's one of the more disappointing teams, a team that we thought could be top 5, top 6 in the West. They're not playing very good basketball at the moment. Now, the Suns have them back-to-back games here coming up this week and weekend, so we'll see how the Suns match up, of course, against Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler and company. I think the Warriors are up there, and I think in the East, I mentioned them earlier, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers have been the most disappointing team. They haven't looked like the dominant team that they were last year. They just haven't. Donovan Mitchell has had spurts. Evan Mobley doesn't look nearly like what he did last year on both ends of the floor.
I've been saying he's a fraud. I've been saying it.
It's hard to argue. It's hard.
He's still 18-8. That's what they're memeing him now. 18-8. That's all he's good for.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Have tried convincing me that he's like gonna be some bona fide like star, and I don't see it.
No,
I don't.
He doesn't.
See it.
I don't know if he has the skill set to. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know if he does.
He will forever be an 18-8, and I'm not saying that that's bad, but everyone hyping him up like he's this prodigy. That's what was getting me.
I'll be honest.
It really was.
He's giving me DeAndre Ayton vibes. He's giving me. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good, but he won't be great. He won't be amazing. Like he'll never be bad, but he'll never. He'll be great sometimes, and then he'll be really okay sometimes. Like he's giving me serious DeAndre Ayton vibes. So we'll see.
Going back to the Warriors, that's another team. I don't know why they're so bad. Again, on paper, they look great.
Yeah.
But Jimmy isn't being Jimmy.
I don't think he can be Jimmy anymore.
I don't think so either. Because when you look at it, Steph isn't a problem. He's averaging 30. He's at the age of 37. He's averaging 30 on 48% from the field and 41 from 3. It's not his fault.
I have 2 Draymond Greens now, and one of them is named Jimmy Butler.
Like his last game, he had 48 with 12 threes. Like, you can't convince me that it's Steph's fault. So something is just going wrong.
Defensively, it is Steph. You got a lot of guards in the league right now.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is just Steph, though.
It's not just Steph.
Listen, they love Pods, and I've been saying this for years, too. They should have shipped him out a while ago.
He needs to be. He needs to
first year when he showed signs.
Moses Moody is just infinitely better than he is.
He's also a locker room cancer. Pods. He's not good in the locker room.
I've never been a fan of Pods.
He needs to go.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. I don't know why the Warriors have been so bad either, but we'll see. We'll see. Again,
why is he getting 33 minutes on the floor? Why is he getting 33 minutes? I'm gonna rant real quick. Can y'all explain this to me? Like, do you see something in Pods that I'm missing?
They don't have enough offense on that team, and so they're searching.
He's not.
I will say, a guy who I think could replace him, DeAnthony Melton. I love DeAnthony Melton's game. And again, his ability to score as well as play defense, I think he's going to take over. And again, he's coming off of ACL. So it's going to take him a while to get acclimated and get right again. But once he gets right, I think he can take over at pot spot.
I think the trade deadline is going to be pretty exciting this year.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, and I feel like we're going to talk about it. I think everyone's waiting. for one guy to make up his mind.
Who that may be, David Largo.
Yeah, it's that guy out in Milwaukee. Everyone is waiting to see what the package for Giannis will be before they ship out their players.
He's going to Miami. That's what I picked.
Oh, he's bound for Miami.
The
He's
thing is,
bound for it.
why I don't know why Miami would do that. They'd have to gut their entire team.
Well, what else? What else are they good? What
But
else?
realistically,
options
Jamal,
do they have?
every other team would have to gut their team.
Yeah.
It's Giannis.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't know if Miami can survive the gutting.
They're gonna get Ja too. Somehow,
I
some way.
see. I don't think they're going to go that far.
Yeah.
See, there you
Watch.
go.
Watch.
See, there you go.
Watch.
I don't think so. But no, I mean, realistically, when you think about it, because there are a lot of players that realistically should be up in the trade market.
Zion.
Obviously, we talked about Kawhi and James Harden, but Zion is a name. LaMelo Ball is a name. Even Trae Young is a name.
Remember what I
But-
told you LaMelo was going too.
Yeah.
Who, LA?
And so
Oh,
is
God.
John Morant. Like John Morant he's going to be gone by the deadline, but ever since this Giannis news, it's like teams are waiting to see the package for Giannis because there is no package that's going to rival Giannis. And it's just not going to happen. And so I think the teams that are looking to buy on those players are potentially trying to get those stars for less based off of the Giannis package.
He creates the market value.
He does. And so I think Giannis, if he gets traded, will be the first to go. And inevitably, he will end up in Miami. I'm calling it now. He will end up in Miami.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. I
Now,
don't
do
know
I
why.
want him to end up in Miami? No. Look at the jersey that I'm wearing. I love this guy.
Because I think
He's out of
that's in Debo.
He's gone. He's out of it.
Taylor's gone.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Because listen, here's the proposed
you
package.
trade for Giannis. You trade for Giannis and you trade Tyler Hero. There goes your shooting. There goes the perimeter shooting. Gone, just like that.
Here's the package, Kev. Package currently, from what I've seen, is Tyler, Hillel Ware, May Jaquez, Terry Rozier, I think, would be included as salary if the NBA allows us to trade him. And then first picks.
Getting traded from jail to jail.
That would be a one-on-one trade with Giannis. If they don't allow Terry's contract to be traded, they will need a third team to facilitate salary. And the one team that I've seen is Boston, getting rid of Anthony Simons, and the Bucks give out Miles Turner in return, is what I've seen.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I don't think Giannis will get traded, and I think it'd be a horrible decision for the Heat to trade for Giannis. I wouldn't like it at all.
I think the Bucks might be reluctant to trade Giannis, but at this point, they don't have a future either.
You gotta remember,
They're kind of in the same position as the Youngshin. They traded picks for Dame, and then they let him go. They don't have anything. So if they're going to hit reset, you have to get rid of Giannis. They don't have anything. There's nothing that attracts any stars to Milwaukee.
No.
Gotta find some ways to entertain, man. Gotta hit the
I'm
ball.
telling you, he will end up in Miami. May not be by the deadline, maybe in the summer, but he will end up in Miami.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's the most magnetizing place in the East.
It is. It's the most attractive. It's 100% the most attractive.
You're not trying to go to Canada, up in Toronto?
Well, but you know how close
Pretty nice though. I heard the clubs are nice in Toronto, but
the clubs ain't nice if it's 2 degrees in there. I'm cool. I'm good.
Gotta wear that puffy jacket to the club. It's crazy.
Puffy, and then thermals under. Yeah, so I'm cool. I'm good, bro. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I just want to know if the Nassus is going too.
Oh, he
Oh
gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's going too.
Yeah, wherever he
He'd be
go, he
dealt
going.
in the package. Yep.
Yeah, don't nobody want him unless Giannis coming with him. So, yeah, we'll see where Giannis ends up. I think that's going to be really interesting. Lastly, this I thought we could talk about this for a few minutes because I saw it the other day and I wanted to get you guys' reaction. LeBron on his podcast, I forget what podcast. Oh, Mind the Game, Mind the Game podcast with him and Steve Nash. I thought was really, really interesting. He mentioned that his best version of himself. He said his best version of himself was in that 2017-2018 season. Looking at some of these stats, it is ridiculous. That was the only season in his career he played all 82. Played all 82 games. Led the league in minutes played at 37. Led the league in field goals made at 10.5. He was second in MVP voting, of course. That year was the year that Harden won it, in which he averaged 72 points. 36, I believe it was that year on a real note. But he averaged 27. He averaged 8.6 rebounds, 9.1 assists, and got his team all the way to the NBA Finals. Now, did get swept in the NBA Finals, but they were playing, in my opinion, the greatest team of all time. Do you believe, Tone, that LeBron's best year of his career was that year, 2017, 2018?
I mean, yeah, I'd have to take the man for his own words. Why would I disagree with the person who was actually doing the work? But I do think it was a perfect mesh of understanding the game and still having certain abilities to conquer. LeBron's been a physical specimen that we haven't seen ever, honestly. And when he learned the game and matured enough to see things before they were actually happening, I think that was when he felt, 2017 was that year. And then also having the ability to play all 82. That's just something you really don't see from a number one. I know people like to talk about LeBron and Kawhi and KD for taking games off, but there's not very many number ones, in the past 20 years that we've seen play 82 games. There have been, the others that, like Shaq likes to call them. We've seen others, like Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who played 4 seasons without missing a game.
Still hasn't missed a game in his career. He was drafted in 2018.
That's amazing. But he's not a number one on the team. It's different when you're the number one on the team. The expectations, yeah. And so, yeah, I'd have to agree with LeBron. That was damn near a perfect season for that guy. You said he averaged 8.6 rebounds?
8.6.
He could have stepped that up. He could have stepped that up a little bit. But,
D'Lo, was that year, 2017, 2018, do you agree with Bron? Do you think that was the best Bron that has ever played basketball?
It's not only the best.
You being the Heat fan, also. You being the Heat fan.
Yeah,
and you
I have the knowledge. He is the best version of LeBron that we've ever seen, but he's also the best. That 2018 LeBron is the best player we've ever seen. I don't think that there is a player that can compete with that Bron in the history of the NBA. I just don't think that there is. Now, with that said, from an accolade standpoint, certainly not. It's definitely, with the Heat in that 2012, 2013, where he should have clean sweeped the board, and they somehow gave Depoy to a second team all defensive player, but whatever.
wow.
Not here to start any arguments.
Sorry. Now it wasn't the first time. That wasn't the first time it happened. It happened 8 years prior to that too.
Yeah, so two times in NBA history.
When they gave it to Tyson Chandler instead of Dwight Howard. Sorry.
2 times in NBA history. It's fine. Um, but like he's got it all that year. And he won the championship that year. He won the finals MVP that year. So that's
That was 2017, 2018. That was the year he got swept when he had 50 in that
no,
game
no,
one
I'm
again.
talking 2012, 2013.
Oh, you said 2012?
Yes.
Who's
Oh,
comparing?
When he was second in DPOY and
oh,
lost to
yeah.
Mark Gasol, who yeah, should have had a clean sweep that year. Should have had MVP, DPOY, finals MVP in the ring. And he didn't. So, but like accolade wise, that was by far his best year. But it just in terms of an overall basketball player, 2018 Braun is the best basketball player that I think any of us have ever seen.
What was his 3-point percentage that year?
36. Shot 36%.
Which by Braun standards,
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah. Now, in that year, D-Lo, that year, he shot 40% from three. 2012,
Yeah,
40% from three.
yeah.
Also, by the way, he won 4 MVPs in 5 years.
Yes, he did. He should have a lot more, but voter fatigue.
I'll start by saying this. 2017, 2018 LeBron James is the greatest player I've ever watched, to D-Lo's point. That is the greatest basketball player I have ever seen with my 2 eyes. He was literally unstoppable that year, which begs the question on why you would pass the ball to George Hill when you have Steph Curry on you. Now, different story for another day. But that is the best basketball player I've ever seen play. That 2012-2013 season was ridiculous. It was incredible. LeBron is, I mean, he's amazing. Like there are some competition to that year. I mean, I'm looking at it again. 2013, 2014 was also pretty good. Now that was the year he lost to San Antonio in the finals. But the year he beat San Antonio in the finals was pretty good. The year he averaged 30 in 2008 or 2007, 2008, led the league in scoring, was also pretty good. Somehow he was 4th in MVP voting. That doesn't make too much sense to me. But 2017, 2018, Bron was the best basketball player I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes. And so to that point, yes, he is absolutely correct. Now, again, begs the question. I remember watching this game. Okay, getting to come back to game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals. I remember watching. I watched every second, every shot attempt, every dribble of that game. What are you doing? What? You're LeBron James. Nobody else shoots the ball but LeBron James. Oh, okay. Don't give me, he made the right play. He made the smart play. The smart play is LeBron MF James to take that shot. That's the smart play. I don't care what the shot is. That LeBron, now, I'm not saying he's not that guy because LeBron is absolutely been that guy and has always been that guy. Take the shot, please. If you miss it, you miss it. If you make it, you're the hero. Take the shot. Right play, my bunghole. Take the shot. Sorry. I had to get that off my chest. Because again, that game, what was it? Game 3? And that same year, game 3 against Toronto, when he's taking that fadeaway floater and hits it off the glass, who took that shot?
LeBronto.
George Hill didn't take that shot. J.R. Smith didn't take that shot. Wasn't nobody else taking that shot but LeBron. But when it comes to that moment, he passes the ball. Come on, dog.
You had a lot of trust in George Hill.
Enough.
And who? And
Enough.
who passing the ball to him?
LeBronto.
Oh, okay. I'll just double check. I'm just making sure that's the LeBron James we're talking about.
Same LeBron that passed Roy the ball 2 weeks ago.
That LeBron ain't the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. That's not the greatest player I've ever watched play. That's old. That's who that is. That was old. That was retire. That's what that looked like.
Yeah, well, yeah, 28 the night after.
That was the worst 28 points I ever seen.
All right, here we go. Can we get back to the conversation?
Anyways, yeah, that 2017, 2018 is the greatest basketball player I've ever witnessed. So yes, LeBron, that was the best version of yourself. And I know you care with my opinion because you wouldn't have asked me for it. That's my opinion. So
Shout out, Lego.
Lego.
He's the goat of this generation.
Oh, he's by far the goat of this generation. By far.
I feel like every generation has a GOAT. It's very hard to compare different eras of basketball. I mean, there are people that, but
is Kobe part of this generation?
This generation, he's kind of stuck in the middle. It's weird, but he's like he's in the middle of Mike and LeBron's. And the crazy thing is, Kobe was like the best player for 1 year, maybe.
Oh, what year was this?
I don't know, but I'm just giving people who are Kobe fans a year.
Just 1 year?
Just one?
Yeah, just 1 year. You got to think. When did LeBron? When did LeBron join the NBA?
2003.
Okay.
He wasn't better than Kobe. Kobe was the best player in the league from about 2003 to about 2007. And that's when LeBron took over?
LeBron took the Cleveland Cavaliers with, I don't even know their names anymore. I can't remember them.
See, there you go. You know who? You know basketball. I know you know their names. Stop disrespecting them boys.
He took them to Dwight Howard stopped them from LeBron and Kobe meeting. That was Dwight. I ain't gonna lie, Dwight was an animal that year.
Oh yeah.
But LeBron was still the best player in the league.
No. Okay, no, that was 09.
Was it? Yeah, that was 09.
That was 09. That I'm not arguing. From 2003 to 2007, it was Kobe. It was now. If you want to say Kobe, maybe Tim Duncan, you throw him in that conversation.
Can I throw a name in there? Can I throw a name?
No, you can't. I give him 1 year.
Some people say D Wade was the second coming of Mike at the time.
He wasn't better than Kobe, Tone.
Oh,
Wade.
Why not? Give me reasons why not.
What did he do better? Kobe, you can tell me. Kobe was D Wade was a better scorer than Kobe.
It's
a lot closer than people think it is.
It was not that big of a difference.
It wasn't, but there was a difference. Who's a better
defender?
Here we go.
I'll tell you who the better shot blocker was.
Who was the better
shot blocker? Was Dwayne Wade.
The better overall defender. D Wade would guard
Kobe.
See, now let's just cap. Because again, Kobe had the same, and we can do this conversation. We're gonna have to end this short because I know we gotta end the pod. But Kobe had the same benefits that Mike had. If you look at his rosters, he always had 2 to 3 other people who were better perimeter defenders than he was. Yet he always got the recognition for being the best perimeter defender. Trevor Ariza, Ron Artest, those guys were much better perimeter defenders than
Kobe later in his career.
Yeah, but also when you look at it and you see Dwayne Wade has talked about it all the time, there were only a handful of people that would pick Wade up 94 feet, and Kobe was one of them.
Yeah. Also, just want to throw this out there. Dwayne Wade, 3 all-defensive teams. Kobe, 12.
And which is amazing to me because in a lot of those years, some of the guys that I just mentioned were on his teams. Make sense. The same way Mike got all of those, and Scottie Pippen was on his team.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, and that's why Jordan has a fake depoy. I don't give a damn about that depoy. Fake.
At least he has one.
Fake depoy.
He has one.
Fakest depoy of depoys.
He has one. He has one. He has one. You know who doesn't? You know who doesn't? He wears number 23 for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know what he has though? The most points in
6
NBA
losses.
history.
Oh,
All right, well, let's get out of here. You know what I mean? Because
Man,
we could.
man
This
went-
conversation is gonna keep
man
going.
went from giving LeBron flowers to trying to throw him in a dumpster.
that's what y'all do to me. That's what y'all do to me, bro. That's the negativity y'all bring.
Pretty sure you brought it first. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you brought the negativity to start. You talked about passing the ball to George Hill, and that's where all this started. I mean, that was negative.
That's not negative.
That was negative.
I want the king to take the shot. What's negative about that?
It's very negative.
It's not negative at all.
That's
encouragement.
Let me
That's
quote.
encouragement.
Let me
You're
quote.
You're that
what
dude.
You said.
You're that dude, so you take
let
that
me-
shot.
Let me quote what you said. I don't give a damn about the right play. LeBron, take the shot.
Yes.
That's negative.
How's that negative? That's not negative. That's not negative.
You make the right play.
Listen, my players, when I coach, I tell them.
Listen,
I got 3 valid. When I'm coaching with Kevin and Tony, I got 3 valid. All 3 of the boys.
When Mike passed to Steve Kerr, was he making the right play?
Paxson.
Why didn't he take the shot?
Who took the shot in Game 6 against Utah?
That's fine.
That's the only ones that people like to bring up. But Paxson and Steve Kerr made plenty of shots to win games for him.
Like I'm just trying to I'm not trying to detriment Mike in any way. I'm just saying that Mike made the right play too. So why do we criticize Braun for making the right play?
I'm not criticizing him.
That's exactly what you're doing.
That's not no. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying what I would have liked him to do. Now, if that was the right play, that's the right play.
Yeah.
But me, if I'm the coach, if I'm Tyronn Lue, I say, yo, don't nobody else touch this ball but you.
Goodness gracious.
All play. All play. All play. Press play, no pause.
Whew.
Thank you all for watching the show.
Let's get out of here after that. Oh my Lord.
My feet hurt. My back hurt. My neck hurt. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Let me stop it there. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Gumball Sports Machine. Shout out to the fellows. Shout out David D-Lo, a.k.a. co-host D-Lo. Shout out my OG, my dog, the wise man at GSM, Tone. I hope you all enjoyed. If no one else is going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. I love you. You matter. You have a purpose on this world. As you can see, these wonderful fellas right there giving you the heart emojis because we love you. You have purpose. All you have to do is go out and find it. Be grateful. Be appreciative for what you have instead of what you don't have. Instead of being upset about what you don't have.
And you got fingers, so like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Be grateful.
You also have eyeballs and made it to the end of this video, so go look for the Wax Show coming out on Saturday.
Yes.
First of many.
First of many. Oh man, I'm so excited where we're going, fellas. I'm excited of where we're at, and we're only growing from here. All play, no pause. Yep. How you like them apples?
He's a Knicks fan. Everyone didn't know.
Whoop. No, it's nice to be important. It's nice to be important, but it's much more important to be nice. We love you. Thank you all for watching. Please have a safe, happy, Merry Christmas. We will see you all very soon.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Gotta find my way to